Hello guys, let's do revision for trial exam additional max coordinate geometry. This is actually equation in intercept form, so we will find the gradient m is equal to negative b over a. So the gradient is actually positive 4 over 3 because the y-intercept is 8 and the x-intercept is 6. So m is negative b over a. Right, so imagine that you have a straight line like this. So that means you have the point P and point Q. So the point P is actually the x-intercept, which is 6, 0, and the point Q is negative 8. So the Q is 0, negative 8. And then we are having a equation which is perpendicular to the red line. So we need to find the gradient by using m1, m2, which is negative 1. So that means m2 is negative 3 over 4, which is perpendicular to the red line. The blue line and the red line are perpendicular. Alright, so now we need to find the equation of the perpendicular bisector, right? So when you see perpendicular bisector, basically you need to find the midpoint. So how to find the midpoint is you label the point 0, negative 8 and 6, 0. So the midpoint is 0 plus 6 divided by 2 and 0 minus 8 divided by 2, which is 3, negative 4. So from the midpoint, which is the point lies on the blue line, so we can form the equation once we have the gradient and the point on the line. So we use y equal to mx plus c, and we will substitute the point, which is a midpoint, into the blue equation. So negative 4 equal to negative 3 over 4x plus c. So hence the c will be negative 4 plus 9 over 4, which is actually, after we simplify, the c is negative 4 plus 9 over 4 is actually negative 16 over 4 plus 9, so it's negative 7 over 4, right? So that is the y-intercept for the blue line. With that y-intercept, we have to rewrite the equation, which is y equal to 3, negative 3 over 4x minus 7 over 4, which is the y-intercept. Now let's proceed to next question, which is actually diagram shows the straight line AB. Find the midpoint. I'm sure you can find the midpoint easily. Negative 4 plus 8 divided by 2, 9 plus 3 divided by 2. So you will get the midpoint, which is actually 2 and 6, right? So the midpoint is 2, 6. So now we need to find the equation of the perpendicular bisector. So this is the equation of perpendicular bisector, the blue line that I shown. So I'm going to find the gradient for the AB first. So the gradient for AB is actually 9 and 3 is a y2 minus y1. So I'm going to take 9 minus 3 over, which is negative 4 minus 8. So it looks like the gradient for the AB is seems like negative because the line is going down. Negative 1, negative actually is negative 1 over 2 for the red line. And for the blue line, of course, it will be positive, right? 2 over 1. So it's very simple. You just inverse negative 1 over 2, negative become positive, 1 over 2 become 2 over 1. So now we will use the point 2, 6 to form the equation of the blue line, which is 6 equal to 2 times 2 plus c. So that means the c will be actually 6 minus 4, which is 2. Obviously the line is having the positive y-intercept, so y is 2x plus 2. So this is actually the equation of the perpendicular bisector of the line AB, right? Let's proceed to another popular question in trial exam. So this is actually intercept form. Equation in intercept form, so is x over the x-intercept, and the x-intercept is negative 6. So I can say that 3k is equal to negative 6, and the 8 is equal to y-intercept, which is actually equivalent to 4h. Hence, I can actually equate them and solve the k. So the 3k is negative 6 and k is equal to negative 2. Same thing for y-intercept, 8 is equal to 4h. So the h is equal to 8 divided by 4, which is equivalent to 2, right? So that's actually how we use the equation of intercept form to solve the constant k and h, right? So let's proceed to the next question. For this question, you are asking to find the midpoint for the line AB. So in order to find the midpoint, we will take x1 plus x2 divided by 2 and y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So according to the x1 is negative 8, and the x2 is 0 divided by 2, and the y1 is 0, y2 is 4 divided by 2. So the answer is negative 4, 2. This is a midpoint for the line AB. With that, we are going to find the equation that is going to make the right angle and perpendicular to the line AB. So first of all, you have to find the gradient of the line AB. We can use the y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which is 4 minus 0 over 0 minus negative 8. Alright, so it's 1 over 2, and the red line is the line that is going to perpendicular with the line AB, so the gradient obviously it will be negative 2, and hence the red line is passes through the midpoint. So we are going to find the equation for this red line by using the midpoint negative 4, 2. And this red line is called as equation of perpendicular bisector. So we managed to find out the intercept is negative 6. So then we'll write y equal to negative 2x minus 6. So this is the equation of the perpendicular bisector to the line AB. Alright, so this is very popular question in the coming trial exam question. Now let's proceed to the next question. Now the point B is negative 4, 3, right? Find the equation of the locus of point P. So the point P is a moving point and the point B is a fixed point, negative 4, 3. And the condition is PB equal to 5 units. For locus, we will always use the distance formula, which is x minus negative 4 square plus y minus 3 square. Be careful, x minus negative 4 will be x plus 4. And then we need to square root, and to cancel out the square root, we need to square both sides. So when we square both sides and simplify to the simplest form, we notice that 16 9, we have actually 25 both sides. Because 16 plus 9 is 25, so we can cancel out the 25, and the locus equation must be simplest form. X squared plus y squared plus 8x minus 6y equal to 0 is the simplest locus equation, right? Next, we proceed to the last question. For this question is about the equation which is actually parallel. So once we see the parallel, we will try to read out the gradient. The number in front of the x is actually the gradient when it is actually y in terms of x. For the first line, the gradient is 5. For the second line, the gradient is 1 minus 2k. Since they are parallel, so we can say that their gradient are the same. So 1 minus 2k, it should be equal to 5, and then the 2k is equal to negative 4, hence the k is negative 2. Alright, for this question, it is asking you to prove that this is a parallelogram. So in order to prove it is a parallelogram, we need to find the gradient for two pairs of lines, which is gradient of CD, we are getting 1 over 2, and gradient of the BA or AB, we will try to find and show that it is also 1 over 2, so 6 minus 2 over 5 minus negative 3, so we are getting the same, which is 4 over 8 or 1 over 2. So it means that these two lines are having the same gradient and they are parallel to each other. So we can actually use the gradient concept to prove that for the parallelogram, it will have two pairs of lines which are parallel. So now we need to show another pairs of lines which are parallel. So that means we will find the gradient of AD and gradient of BD, and we show that they are actually having the same gradient. So gradient for AD is actually 4 minus 2 over negative 4 minus negative 3. So we are giving 2 over negative 1, which is negative 2. And how about gradient of CB? We will prove that we will get the same gradient by using the 8 minus 6 over 4 minus 5. It seems like we are having the same gradient like line AD, which is negative 2. Alright, so it means that line AD is actually parallel to the line BC. So these two lines are parallel. So hence we can conclude that this is a parallelogram because it actually has two pairs of sides which are parallel to each other. Alright, so that is how you show that the parallelogram is actually having two pairs of sides which are parallel to each other. So in order to prove, we have to show the working clearly, and then we have to write the conclusion so that we can justify that ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay, so for the area of the parallelogram, you can actually find the triangle and then you times 2, right? Instead of find all the points, you have to do 5 points because you need to repeat for the first point, right? So this one I will leave it to you to solve, and the area should be 20 units square. Alright, so please keep on trying until your trial exam, and I'm sure you can do well in your coming SPM exam. Till then, bye bye and have a nice day.